Hey, 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 family. I hope you all are enjoying your Friday, and I have a special show for you today. So, we're going to be breaking down 7 signs of a low value woman. So, yes. So, this is great, and I'm going to break it down, and it's going to make sense. I'm getting all my notes together for you all. So, but yes. So one thing that I have noticed like now is the issue is most people don't know the truth about how they rank. And that's my business is to go and give you a better, clear understanding for the people who are willing to do the work and who actually wants to improve. So yes. So number one, this is the main thing that I would say that it has gotten out of control because of social media and everything going on. Hold on 1 second. Somebody texted me. I told this person, other people to stop texting me when I'm pretty much working. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Getting to it. I got so much to unpack for you all. Hold on. Okay. So yes. Oh yeah. So back to what I was saying. So pretty much to be a woman of value, you have to pretty much contribute to a man. And the issue is the low value women, they don't feel that they actually need to do anything for a man. So, so yes. So pretty much to low value women, they are a liability. So that's pretty much the problem. They are a liability and they have, number one, they have this entitlement. And number one, I would say that they are delusional. So they are delusional because the world tells them that, especially society, the media has told them the story about how, they can pretty much do whatever they want to do, and then like how nobody's gonna hold them accountable. So they pretty much created a monster. So that's pretty much one of the main problems. In life, it comes down to the choices that you pretty much choose to make. So yes, so accountability is something that pretty much low value women are allergic to. So accountability, responsibility, stuff like that. Though they're not used to being accountable for nothing. So I got so much that we're gonna pretty much go and cover and pack. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let's get everything ready. So yes. So pretty much when it comes down to it and everything, they don't bring much to the table. They pretty much think that okay, just because them being a woman or them pretty much having sex with a man, they think that is the end all be all. And then to men that have things going on, especially the men that are smart enough, they're gonna know that that doesn't mean nothing. Just the quickest thing a woman can do, or just anything period, that she can do is just give a guy some, and that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean that she care about him, and that's not adding really any real value to his life. And that's pretty much the shortcut way, and how that's pretty much the smoke screen that a lot of women they will go and do, and just give you some used vagina that they gave to all kind of other people. So so that's not adding value to a man's life. So yes. So number one, I think they are delusional, and then they have this inflated sense of value, and they don't want to bring nothing to the table. So yes, and then she thinks that she's more value because she just believes that she is, but I having no actual kind of I would say evidence or nothing to go and pretty much to go and show that she can pretty much go and just improve the life of people around her. So that's pretty much a big thing. So she has this fantasy, that pretty much, that pretty much she been told ever since she was a child that pretty much she can do whatever she want to do with her money, her life, and later on, she gonna have a Prince Charming that's gonna rescue her. So she believes that. So yes, I mean yeah, like I said, so you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. So yes, so that's number one. And the second one is she feels that she actually believes that you should treat her like a princess right when you first meet her. So pretty much, she feels that she doesn't have to earn anything. She feels that just because she's beautiful, or even if she's not beautiful, she just feels that you should just give her the world just because she's a woman and she's in front of you right now. So pretty much too, especially now, this princess treatment has been, it gotten out of control and out of hand. So whenever I talk to a woman, and then they tell me that that well, I'm a princess, you gotta spoil me, they talking all this princess treatment stuff. They saying I know right away that that's pretty much a red flag, and I need to just keep it moving fast. So yes, so pretty much, when a woman tells you that she's a princess right away, she pretty much, just she's really looking for a financier. So she pretty much looking for a financier, and a lot of times these women already have men, or they have a few men, so they pretty much juggle a lot of different guys. So they're pretty much, they have a man that they already is with sexually most of the time, and then they're looking for a financier. So that financier, which they hope that is you. So yeah, so pretty much, so you want to pretty much men, you want to avoid women who talk that princess treatment. But all of this entitlement, and this is one thing I tell women all the time too, is high value women do not feel that they are entitled to nothing. So yes, because in life, if you think about this too, when women go to school and they pretty much go and get their degree, they take value in their degree because they earned that degree. They sacrifice a lot of money, a lot of time. They did like a lot of studying. They did a lot to get that degree. So that's why they pretty much value that degree. But anything that a person get that they haven't earned and haven't had to make sacrifices for, they're not going to really value it. They're not going to treat it with respect. And that's why pretty much thing I tell guys too is that you have to have a certain amount of respect for yourself to just not allow people to go and just just treat you a certain kind of way, and then just don't want to add nothing to your life and just want to pretty much just take. And that's pretty much one of the main problems that men have now. Most men aren't used to actually having standards, or just pretty much wanting a woman to go and contribute to their life. They just want to have somebody to have sex with. But once again, if a woman really likes you, everything she does for you outside of sex, really shows that she like you. The easiest thing she can do for you is have sex with you, which that don't mean nothing, because she done, pretty much nowadays, she done pretty much gave it up to all kind of guys already. So you're not getting nothing pretty much new, so yeah, so you want to pretty much stay away from that. So yes, and this is also the other issue too, because high confidence not being backed by true value is unagreeable. So many women live now, and they pretty much believe that everything is possible, while men have to live in reality and what's probable. So yes. And number two, the second thing that low value women they go and do. No, this is the third thing. The third thing that low value women do is they play games. So they're really good at playing games, making you jump through hoops, and you do all this stuff. Especially they do that toward the guys that they see as beneath them. So they're always trying to go and shit test you, and pretty much go and just just play with you, because what happens is really it's because that drama and gossip actually pretty much makes her feel, it makes her feel powerful, especially because she's pretty much the author of that chaos. So that's why I tell guys that you want to pretty much stay away from that, though, because really if a woman really likes you, she's gonna make it easy for you. She's not gonna make it where you're pretty much gonna be just running raggedy and going through all these tests. She's doing all this stuff because she don't like you. So a lot of guys don't know when a woman likes them or when a woman. It's just that most guys, pretty much haven't pretty much had an experience of a woman that really cooperates with them, and she's pretty much willing to get on that page. So a lot of guys think that everything should be a challenge when it comes down to getting a woman. But if a woman really likes you, she's gonna go and cooperate. So she's gonna cooperate. So yes, so you want to pretty much want to watch that though. So yes, and this is another one that I love, that a lot of times that pretty much low value women do. They give you insult, shame, and the need to be right. So yep, so insult, shame, and need to be right against others. So this is legendary. I think Kevin Samuels was definitely the first person who pointed this out. So yes, so just like on his show, whenever he would pretty much go and state a harsh truth, and then pretty much a lot of times the women did say something about him, saying that, well, Kevin is gay, this, that, and the other, or they're pretty much complaining about his tone. So but just good old fashioned truth telling now is pretty much it's almost absolutely, because a lot of people aren't used to hearing the truth. I mean, a lot of times the women aren't used to hearing the truth because society, pretty much, want men to be, just afraid and letting the women run things and not speaking up for themselves. And yes, so pretty much society wants men to have low standards and don't speak up for themselves. So yes. And this is also another thing that a lot of times that low value women go and do is if you go out with them, they treat the waiter bad. They're going to do that though. They treat the staff poorly. So they like to belittle people. So those are also signs and things that low value women go and do when you're out with them. And eventually she's going to be saying and doing those things to you. So yeah, so that's why I pretty much too. That's why. Oh yeah, this is the other thing that I noticed too. That like a lot of times that low value women they go and say. So they pretty much talk all this stuff about how well can't no man handle me and I'm single or I'm not married by choice. That's all bullshit. Because if they could get the kind of man that they want, they actually would be in a relationship or they would be married. Or whenever you see a woman that she's talking about how she turned down all of these proposals, all this stuff, though, no, she turned it down because she couldn't get the kind of man that she wanted to go and be with her. Because that's one thing that I tell women all the time too. Okay, so just pretty much brag. Oh, this is another thing that low value women like to do is they like to go and brag about all the options of guys that they have to have sex with and all the guys that's after them, and then that don't mean nothing. So any woman, despite how ragged she is, despite how overweight she is, or despite how bad she is, period, she can get some guy to want to have sex with her. So that doesn't mean nothing. That it don't mean that you're in demand because people will have sex with you. So that's a big thing that a lot of times that the low value women go and take pride on somebody wanting to, bend them over, which that doesn't mean nothing. So the main test is what quality man can you get to commit to you and marry you? That's the main test. So yes, yes. All right, so cool. So now what's the next one I want to go and break down? Oh yeah, so this is also the other reason why it's a whole bunch of issues and problems because a lot of times these low value women, they're pretty much the single child and their parents never had them to go and pretty much earn anything. So that's why they pretty much got things without having to put the work in. Or the other issue that happens a lot is they pretty much have like a sugar daddy or had a sugar daddy or send somebody to just give them money, so they pretty much just don't understand the actual value in a relationship or with the world. So yes, so they're pretty much not used to or having to work hard to achieve anything. So yeah, so that's also why they are entitled. So yes, so yeah, it's so much going on, and I got some footage that I want to show you all. Let me work on getting that where I can present that. Should I get this to come up here too? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. So it's a helpless man in the car, and then this low value women. This is the other thing I want to break down. Low value women, they are. I mean, one trait is that they are extremely violent. So that's not normal for a woman to be extremely violent. So even though this guy, he's in the car. I don't know. Maybe the guy could be in her car. but that's it. So she's pretty much acting very violent, very hostile, and he's just a guy who's just trying to go where he's trying to go. So yeah, yes, and that's the other thing too, because they're extremely disrespectful. So yes, whether it's that guy's, whether it's her car or not, so her acting out and making a scene is also another sign of a low value woman. So she pretty much has a hard time controlling her emotions when she is upset. That's another one, and that's a big problem. So so society pretty much tells women to go and like let it out and just just pretty much to just to just let things out so you can feel better. While men, I taught and told that they have to go and pretty much maintain their composure, and that's pretty much how you can tell if a man is really man is that he can maintain his composure even when he's upset. He's not going to just lash out. But this guy, he looks afraid. You see all that though? She has a lot of anger, a lot of fury. At least he's smiling through the whole thing. So God bless that man. It's definitely. I tell guys too is if it's best to just don't pretty much have to use her stuff and have your own. So that's the best way to avoid those kind of problems. But usually this is the other issue. The other issue is pretty much a lot of times the low value women they want to pretty much try to save a certain type of guy. They want to save the guy that's fresh out of jail. Like a guy that don't have too much going on. So pretty much they can pretty much they can pretty much own his success if he do anything. But they're always trying to save somebody who's beneath them 95% of the time. So she'll pretty much go just like so she's looking for a king. So she's looking for a king, and she thinks she's a queen just because she's a woman, and she pretty much treat men as like a work in progress. Something like a pet or like a project. And then she's just trying to go and raise their level of her imagination. And this is pretty much a level that even though she can't even reach herself, but then just her partner is not good enough. Or for the most part, most of the time, most of the people aren't good enough. That's why she's single. And that's why you've seen these women that they stay single for 5-10 years or so. So, but yes. So yeah, so you have to watch out for that. And I got some more things I wanted to go and bring up. But now, in this culture of today, it's more women who pretty much, act like and have these low value qualities because now it's pretty much celebrated for women to go and just it's other sign of a low value woman, having a lot of sex partners, so she pretty much been out there and she pretty much just acts on how she feels sexually, and then like everything has consequences to it. So so when a woman that has a high body count, that's also a sign of a low value woman. So yes, I know that some of you all might be triggered, but I'm saying this to help you all. So yes, it was the other thing I want to bring up though. So now this is the other one that you see a lot, which we're pretty much oh yeah, so this is the other one. The other one is she has a lot of unresolved trauma from her past that she pretty much hasn't gotten over. So so usually that comes from them. I'm just being with just a whole bunch of other different guys, a lot of previous relationships, a lot of problems. Just all kind of things from before that she's bringing to you, and then that pretty much just brings more drama and more problems to you all's relationship. So yeah, so and I tell people all the time, so I'm okay, we pretty much all been through stuff, and and we have things going on, but it's all about okay, what can you do to fix the problem and bring peace to it? So you definitely have to go and pretty much do that. Because I tell people all the time, society doesn't owe you nothing. But then still, people are taught that okay, just somebody's gonna feel sorry for me and do all this stuff though. But no, so it don't work like that though. And especially for you to get what you want, just like Kevin Samuels talks about it all the time. Women have been told that you can have it all. You can have the career, you can have the family, and in life, it comes down to sacrifices. You can pretty much, let's say, so you're gonna have to get something to get something. I was talking to this one lady, she was telling me about her fitness goals, and I asked her, what is she willing to sacrifice? And she told me that she don't want to sacrifice nothing. I said, well, okay, so if you're not gonna sacrifice nothing or make no trade-offs, then 9 out of 10, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, so so pretty much, so you have to go and make some sacrifices. So yes. Oh yeah, now this is another one I want to break down. She's emotionally manipulative. So yes, yes, and then that's one thing that I tell guys though too is if trying to go back and forth with women, it come down to how they feel about something, you'll never win. So yes, so pretty much too. So she specialized in using in her emotions to go and trigger you to act a certain kind of way to get this kind of outcome. So but definitely the best thing is just to pretty much just remain calm and then just don't give in to it though. But she has all of these strategies because she done this to so many different guys. So that's pretty much what she do. So so but yeah, so just like it says in the Bible, so you don't hear say you don't know no fury like a woman that's angry. And I forgot exactly what it went, but it was pretty much like that. Even God don't understand. When a man tries to go and pretty much just understand why women do what they do, you're gonna be God didn't know. So God, so that means that you pretty much you're not going to know. So yes, so these are also one way that pretty much the women try to be manipulative is they use their tears to go and get you to feel sorry for them, to go and do certain things that you don't want to do. So she used that for a weapon, or another thing that that they would do. The low value women is they would go and pretty much do something for you, but it's really for them. But then they'll pretty much try to act like it's for you, but that's something that they actually want to do. So that's being emotionally manipulative. So yes, yes, yes. So much. So then I want to break down. So yes, now this is another one. So I know that this one is gonna get a lot of people upset, but the other one is, so they're pretty much overweight. So being overweight is also a sign of a low value woman because, and what it does is it shows that you're not pretty much disciplined and you pretty much, are lacking self control. So if you're lacking self control and people can see that, and then you pretty much are not aware, that you can't stop eating, that's definitely a problem. So when the person is fit, it shows that you have some kind of self-control, you have some kind of discipline, you're under some kind of structure, and people do definitely notice that. So that's very very important, to have some kind of sense of awareness and be constantly working on yourself. Okay, and now this is the next one. So yeah. So I'm gonna give you all extra value to help you fix the problem and be better. So you actually can go from being a low value woman to a high value woman, but it just requires some self awareness and some truth. So just truth will pretty much be able to have you to wake up and fix the problem. So yes, what the other thing I want to say. So yes, so this is another one. So pretty much who's if she doesn't have no kind of plan for her life, and she pretty much goes along to get along. So when you're pretty much living life like this, you're pretty much just blowing in the wind. You're not making any kind of of pretty much serious decisions. That pretty much is gonna have you to pretty much just have everything to just you're gonna have you to have life just to make choices for you, and you don't want to do that though. It's best to be decisive that you can pretty much plan better and get better outcomes versus you just being afraid to make decisions. So yes. Oh, and this is the other thing that I know that if people throws off people, a lot of times people when they see a woman, that she pretty much looks really good. A lot of times they just associate her with being with high value, but that actually doesn't mean that she's high value. So so it's just that a woman look is important in her appearance, but it's how she go and do things. It's her energy, So is she inspiring? Does she, how does she treat people? It's so many other qualities that's gonna pretty much determine if you are high value or just pretty much value to a man and this is also the other issue that I see too with the low value women is they don't no this is just most women period though I would say this is most women period on this one is they don't know what men want. They don't know what men want, and then they're not willing to find out because especially too when it comes down to low value women, they are just so selfish, and that they pretty much don't care. And everything revolves around them. Whoever they can use just to get to get what they want. They just pretty much just don't care. Whoever they have to use just to get to they want, to get to achieving the goal of whatever they want. So yeah. So all right, y'all. So I want to come on here real quick on Friday to give you all a show and help you so you can pretty much fix these issues and these problems. And I have my personal training app, and this is where I go and pretty much train clients, and I pretty much make it more better for you can pretty much be able to build up your habits, get more stronger, get more tougher, be the best version of yourself. Because even coaches should have other coaches like myself. I have a coach, but my coach helps me with my business. But oh yeah, this is the other thing that I noticed though too about low value women. They don't believe in having coaches. They don't believe in having coaches. They don't believe in just paying for personal development. They're not really willing to do the work. They want everything to come easy. They want everything to be simple. So yeah, my friend, I had to show Kevin Samuels. This is like pretty much one of my favorite videos. Let me try to go back. Hold on. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I want to show you all this. Oh, let's see. Hold on. I'm still getting used to using this. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. No, that's not it. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. That's my channel. I was looking at this earlier.
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, so I so yeah, so this is a good one right here. Let's see. Hold on. Trying to have it where it shows it. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Hold on. Shit. I'll just play it.
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
Age 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your
my
looks?
natural face.
What? Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So and actually that's the first thing that I say too is looking at her. I know that she's more than a size 10. And that's the other issue is low value women, they're not honest with themselves. So they're not honest with themselves. And then he's an image consultant. So he knows, which I know by looking at her arm and her face that she's more than a dress size 10. But once again, she doesn't want to settle for a regular type of dude. So yeah.
33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything upper? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see.
You see, so that's the other problem, especially nowadays. Nowadays, average woman, she's not honest with herself about where she is and pretty much chooses her sexual marketplace value. She wants something that's above her, that's way above her. So yeah, so really she's pretty much below average, but he's just saying she's just average. But yes.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
Let me hold on, Kevin. Let me handle that one. So yes, you see millionaires with average women because those women went and got those men when they was coming up. They got it before you had all the fame and had the money, had things going on. That's when pretty much you see these millionaires with average men. I'm gonna let Kevin give you.
They don't have big chest tattoos either.
Yep.
And 2 other kids.
Yep.
Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
ain't nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No. You said so I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean, nothing
why
wrong with
why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
Yeah, he said a shooter thinking. So yeah, so once again, and that's the main problem. The main problem is like most women want a man that they don't qualify for, and they're not really honest about how they are being perceived to the market. Like he told her, thinking how she looks, she ain't worth. She don't look nice enough, to get some money. And then when it comes down to it, though, this I tell a person too. When a man works hard to become something and make sacrifices, his woman should look good on his arm. I mean, so if it's money and he worked hard to get his money and stuff right, and a lot of times these women too want a man who's fit. Why should his woman not be fit? As if he's this man that had things going on.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're 6. You're 5. You're 5. You said you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am.
I have my own business.
Congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you?
look, I didn't say
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
Okay, so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no, but my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with Black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, Black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single, because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need, except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your highest standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you kept.
That's some hard truth right there that Kevin dropping right there. So the issue is if they don't feel that they should compensate for that. So, and that's pretty much the problem. Okay, you can have kids, but we hear that though. Okay, but how can you compensate? So why should he? I mean, yeah. So men want a fair or a good deal. That's what they want. So why should he deal with you and raise somebody else's kids? Why should he? Give them a good deal. Give them a good incentive.
You say that high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No. If you want to know, high value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men. Mm-hmm. And high value men get high value women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Ooh, that's the truth.
Right?
You're not, ma'am. Yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
you could be. Can I tell you
about myself?
Hold on.
So you see that, y'all? So we were back to number 1, a delusional sense of self-worth, of self-value.
Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if
ma'am, I asked a very specific question. It's not, because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
And see,
so you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
You said
80 years ago. 80 years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around.
Man, so she just want to be right.
Yeah. Just want you guys to understand, especially in the Black community, you're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair. Why would, but listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high caliber.
Yes.
Once again, I think, so she figures because she can have somebody to have sex with her or just go out with her, that don't mean that you qualify for those kind of men.
They will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage. I
want you to understand, this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I've been dating this guy now who's pretty high value, and we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
What makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership, and he has multiple businesses. He owns houses. Right? He's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money.
He got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality. He take care of himself. He work out. He don't even look like he.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ma'am. I'm trying to be reasonable, but it's more than just money. And I'm saying a man why would a man? How can I say this without sounding rude?
Kevin, just.
I'm trying to. Why would a man who has this going on, and what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man who's choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, to when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't. I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children because that's not even in their mindset. They don't. So you ladies can call it what you want, and I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks now.
I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am,
I said we've been talking about it.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. I said what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously betting you to be a wife, and you said this man, you ain't known this dude for 2 weeks.
The streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
Yes, also too, like a woman that sounds like that, Jocelyn, that's a low value woman too.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, ma'am, that's why. Because
say something.
you asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because you,
because I got 2 children.
amongst other things, yes.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
that's fine. Like, I mean,
So that means, ma'am, by definition, see, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's why.
You telling he gonna have a lot of wives. I mean,
No. He's gonna have a lot. He's gonna cheat a lot, but he ain't gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called bigotry. All right, that's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one wife. Don't. No. That's all. You can only have one wife. Nope. You sat there and why didn't you marry your baby daddy? This is
We grew apart.
Jesus, don't say it. You grew. Ooh, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child, we was getting into arguments and stuff. So it just,
So, and how long were y'all together?
We was together since we were teenagers.
See, that's the problem. There's another problem, man. You get no higher than your baby daddy. Because men look at a woman and they should look at her children, because men say, I'm not gonna go raise a lesser man's child. That's what happens.
You think all men think like that?
You think I got 1 million subscribers on each platform because I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I can do this night in, night out, and people co-sign? Ma'am, y'all would be better off to realize that more men think like this because the results show they do. You're almost like a mirror copy of Average at Best. The video that sparked a lot of this. She only had 1 kid, you got 2. Yes.
You trying to make it seem like I'm you trying to
I'm making it seem, no, I want you to understand that how we came in is the same thing that she said. You saying I would have to settle for an average man. And this is a men's platform. What do you think you were saying to all the men that are average men when you say that you will be settling for them? 50% of men are average or below. You don't have a problem offending them.
No, I don't want to offend nobody.
When you say you settle for, okay, ma'am, if I said I settled for you, would that make you feel good?
A lot of people settle.
If I said I settled for, don't see, when a woman doesn't answer a question directly, she's attempting to be deceptive.
Yes, I'll be mad.
Yep.
Yes, I'll be mad.
Right.
Yep. Emotional. Yep. Manipulative.
Thank you. So don't play with me. So when you say you're going to settle for an average,
that's also why a lot of times a lot of people couldn't stand Kevin, especially the women, because he ain't tolerate no disrespect. So he wasn't no sucker. You had high standards. So, Godfather for life.
Man, you don't mind offending them. So I have no problem telling you why I think it's crazy for an average woman. Average, you say you're 6. I'll give you a 6, 5, 6. Okay, fine. But all the other things, man, puts you below average.
You were trying to be nice too.
I want you to listen. Let's take it away from you and me. Let's take it away from you and me and looks and everything else because it's too personal. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's reset the table. Okay, where would it make sense for a high school graduate who graduated with a C, a 2.0, a 2.0, right? Would it make sense somebody like that demanding to get into Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Stanford?
No.
That's a great point. So So once again, when it comes to the school, you have to earn your way to that degree and that success. But when it comes down to men, they just want the best and then not be qualified for it. So
would they be settling for junior college? Your JUCO, junior college, 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like you deserve to get into Princeton, Harvard, MIT, Stanford. When you're a 2.0, going to junior college.
Can I say something?
Sure. I mean, and understand, people go to junior college and get associates, decide to go to junior college and go to a 4-year, and it would be far better in the world for women who are average to get with an average man, because an average man provides a woman options. But I don't want you to get with an average man and feel like you're settling. You need to treat that man with respect, because a man is worth more than a goddamn paycheck.
I would never, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, why would I disrespect them?
I'm talking about women in general. And well, you disrespected them by saying settling. That's why. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Saying I'm settling is a condescending, disrespectful tone. Just like you say you would feel some kind of way if I said I settled for you. But my grandmother settled for my grandmother had a 6th grade education. My grandfather had a 4th grade education. She settled for him and gave us a family legacy that we are still trying to measure up to. We are not doing nearly as well as the people who had less education and more hard circumstances in the Black community before us. We are not good stewards of their legacy. And part of the reason is because our women are so out of line. You think you're settling or should get more, and you can't get more. There are only a handful of these men, but the rest of women get men who roughly around their area. Yes, it's okay to want something better. It's okay to graduate with a 2.0 and want to get into Princeton or want better, but you got to be realistic and pick. Now, again, everybody who thinks I'm being a little harsh or whatever, she's 37 with 2 kids and still hasn't put together any real thought about what a marriage or a relationship should be. But y'all focus on my tone and my delivery and this and that. And all I'm sitting here trying to do is tell women like you, ma'am, that you would be life is better with somebody on your level. And understand something. I'm going to say this and I'll let you speak. If I put you with a high value man and you were his wife and you went around these places, do you feel like you would fit in a room with these women, their wives?
Ooh.
Yes, because I'm classy.
Yeah, man. So he's saying all the real deal Holyfield questions.
I'm not a ratchet type woman.
Say you're ratchet.
I know how to speak. I know how to drink from a glass.
Ma'am, they would look, ma'am, they would look at your chest tattoo and rule you out.
I could cover that with makeup, Kevin. I wouldn't even have this type of
Okay. And see, that's another thing. I've had so many women who were married to these kind of men say, these women have no idea how snarky and how vicious these women can be.
And I got this when I was young.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You got it. And you still got 2 kids out of wedlock, ma'am. They're gonna all the woman would have to do is like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, Roger, here's your wife. Hey, Miss Cleveland. Hey, how you doing? So, Roger, yeah, he's a VP of marketing, And where'd you graduate from college? What? Ohio? State? Michigan? BTS? Oh, you didn't graduate. Oh, you didn't graduate from college. Okay, all right.
Mr. Kevin.
No, I'm just telling. Okay, never mind. They don't get it. They don't get it.
Can I say something? You said you
can say something. Go ahead.
I thought you said like college and all of that type of stuff didn't matter.
I said to men it doesn't matter, but I asked you being in the room with their wives. When you're in with the soccer moms and the 4-H club, in the junior league and all these other women, women size you up. They're looking at everything about you, and you know how women can be. And if you don't, let me tell you, these women, they look at everything.
But
all right, never mind. It's enough. It's enough.
Can I? You said.
Yeah. At the end of the day, no, you don't get a high value men want something for their value. You may be a perfectly lovely woman, but they're limited in supply. And if you had as many options as he does, would you settle for a man like you? Would you settle for a woman like you? Would you do that? If you had as many options as men as he has in women, would you settle for you? course you would. Outside of your mind.
Woo. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the problem, because they're not. Yeah, she's not honest with herself and her situation. And yes, the men are the buyers, so you have to get a man what they want, so you can get what you want. So so Kevin tried to help her. So, all right, you all. So I hope you all enjoyed the show, and I want you to work on fixing some of your qualities that you need to work on to be a better version of yourself. And I'm still accepting one-on-one clients for my personal training, so I can help you be able to build up that body that you want, get that mind right, build up that discipline, or you can be the best version of yourself. You go to Solomonsfitnessworld.com and fill out my personal training application. And I see you all next time. So I'm doing shows every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So just hit the bell so you can pretty much be notified whenever I do my show. And I'll talk to you soon. Remember, you have to pretty much make the sacrifices to get everything that you want. God wants you healthy and fit. The devil wants you to procrastinate and put it off. Don't let the devil win. See y'all next time.